2 standing by, all 4 lit and in the green. Welcome back to Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And what do you want? Maybe the... Yeah, I know you're worried about Saria. I kind of am too, but I have things I need to do. There is a trading quest we can do. In all fairness, it's a little bit easier to actually get the big Goron sword if you wind up planting the magic bean at the entrance to Dodongo's cavern. But we should be okay. It takes a little bit, but we'll be able to get the trading sequence done. There's always a trading sequence in Zelda games. Rightio, I just had it at night. Probably should make it daytime. And I can actually get a Skulltula that's here too. I didn't realise there are some grottos we can get, but while we do need bombs, we will also wind up needing a few other things. Good, I parked my horse here. Says there's one here. According to what I read, there's a lone tree between Hyrule Castle and Kakariko Village. Or is it this one? And there's supposed to be a gold Skulltula in there. But I haven't found any, which is a little bit annoying. That's because I was looking at the wrong tree. I thought it was going to be the one actually near the village. Wrong button. Now, it is worth noting that in this game, when you confront Skulltulas, you can just take them out with the hook shot to the face. But they don't have that, it doesn't have that capacity in Majora's Mask, and the arrows will do the trick. I will have to check if arrows actually do work in this game as well, just for curiosity's sake. Alright, so we've got that done. One more Skulltula added to the tally. How many do we have anyway? 43. Very nice. So, that tells us where we are. Oh, that's nice! So it does actually show that. We have all the Skulltulas in Hyrule Field. That's good. We have all the Skulltulas in Lon Lon Ranch. That's also good. Hylia Lakeside, Gerudo Valley... Kakariko Village, Lost Woods, Kokiri Forest, Zora's Domain. So, we still have some work to do around a lot of the places, but we've done pretty well for ourselves, all things considered. If we've managed to get a couple of areas marked off. That's really good that they do show that much. Wait for it to be daytime, and then we can go on in. Because we will need to get a couple more things done on the trading quest. There is always... there's the music. So there's generally a trading quest in the Zelda games. It just so happens that the one in Majora's Mask is perhaps the most involved and convoluted one in the series. It's an incredible journey, the Cafe and Andrew side quest. It has some amazing rewards, and it's one of the most emotionally fulfilling stories in the entire series. It's just a real pain in the backside. Oh, your Cuckoo looks pretty happy. He must have awakened an extremely lazy guy. You're a good Cuckoo keeper. I'll give you a rare, valuable Cuckoo, if you're interested. Its name is Kojiro, and it used to be my brother's Cuckoo. its blue body is quite charming. It's so cute. So wait, because of the connection, I believe that in this game anyway, given that the carpenter's son is the one who recognizes Kojiro, that Anju, who's not Anju, is actually his sister. There you go. Since my brother has gone, it's strange, but Kojiro has stopped crowing. Do you want to keep Kojiro? Yes, we do. So, we returned the pocket cuckoo and got Kojiro in return. Unlike other cuckoos, Kojiro rarely crows. I mean, you can tell that Kojiro is sad because he is feeling very, very blue. Good opportunity for us to get back to the Lost Woods and get that Skulltula out in, out past where we would go to Zora's River. But we do have a slight obstacle to get past when we're going there in the form of Mido. But them's the breaks. Thankfully, we have everything we need to actually get past him. I wonder, could I actually buy the tunics and things? Like, once I go back in time and get the Lens of Truth, would I be able to actually buy the tunics? And what happens? I'm actually kind of interested now. I mean, I have the money. We might as well splurge a little bit, and let me see if I can actually get some pickups somewhere. There are patches of grass I can ride through. I'm kind of curious now. I'm just planning out everything, working out what on earth I can do. So much potential. There's always something to explore and something new to try as well. Oh, we only got money. That's unfortunate. So, let's park my horse here. And we'll be able to basically head on out once we've done everything we need to. Some of the little things do make shortcuts, at least as far as the magic beans go. Can we? No, we can't backflip over that, which is a little bit sad. But you will see that Kokiri Forest is swarming with monsters. Wow, we get a lot of nuts from that one. Okay, so you can defeat Mad Scrubs by using a projectile weapon to hunt them down. You saw me do it when I was a kid. And you basically get more of an opportunity to do it now. Now, can we go and talk to the Kokiri? There we go. Well, we've got plenty of nuts at least. So what happens if we come in here and actually talk to people? Since the Great Deku Tree withered, more meanies have been appearing in the forest. Yep. Okay. Alrighty, an evil wind is blowing from the direction of the forest temple. Saria left saying I have to do something about it. The forest temple is located in the sacred forest meadow in the far side of the Lost Woods. Where's Saria? Do you know Saria, mister? That's weird. Where has Mido gone during such an emergency? Probably skived off, in all fairness. Actually put him under a bit of pressure and he'd wilt. So, it is worth noting that we can actually reflect rocks and nuts and things like that with our Hylian shield when we're an adult, but we cannot do that when we are using the mirror shield later on. So it's worth keeping that in mind as we explore the area. But it's really annoying because the mirror shield is a lot cooler and I love its design. And then again, you can just defeat a lot of those enemies with a projectile weapon of your own. So it's really not worth worrying about. Now, it's interesting that enemies do actually give you Deku sticks, despite the fact you can't actually do anything with Deku sticks as an adult. Maybe it's to keep you topped up, but how on earth do you take all the sticks back with you? The reason I was playing the Sun Song is because we can get that. So, there's that. We can't go inside the Great Deku Tree if we want to go and have a look. Excuse me? Wait, hang on. How did I go backwards? That doesn't make any sense. Where you? Navi, help me out here. Look, you're always happy to prattle on with exposition and blah blah blah, but when I need you to target an enemy, no. This is getting annoying. Right. Okay, that took way much more trouble than it should have. That was not fun. That one at least went down right in the eye. And we should have more big monsters. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. There we are. Jump attacks will kill them in one shot. But yeah, you can see that there are lots and lots of enemies in here. And just in case you're curious, no, we can't get inside the Great Deku Tree. After all these years, he has finally been cured of his lockjaw. The only problem is he's dead. And I think we're looking right up his nose. So yes, the Great Deku Tree is still gone. But the enemies live on, unfortunately. The effects of the curse are still plaguing the forest, and there's something we can do about it, assuming I... Wow, they came back quickly. That was really odd. That was very, very, very odd. Didn't expect them to respawn so quickly, but... oh well. We can just proceed on our merry way and actually do a couple of things out here in the forest. First things first, we want to get that Skulltula. Now, I think there's a grotto that can open up if we've got the Song of Storms. I'm just sort of thinking, how many other bits and pieces can I actually do around here? We can tell it's already turned into a disaster. Alright, fine, it's prepared to jump to its death rather than deal with me. So it's near this, I think. I think there's something near here, but I'm not sure. Okay, well, there's that big fairy. So that's topped everything up, and yes, there was a grotto. That's good. But, yeah, nothing interesting. It's just $5. Oh well, worth a try. So the hookshot can destroy the beehives. We don't have any bee-like enemies in there in this game, but we do in Majora's Mask. $20, that's alright. Little bit more important, but yeah, we can get in here regardless of age. Let's stop fooling around and actually go into the Lost Woods. So we need to turn left to actually do what we need to with Kojiro. We can still get to Goron City if we need to. But here is Mido. We can glitch past him, but it's not always possible. What are you? Though you wear Kokiria's clothing, you can't fool me. I promised Saria I would never let anybody go through here. What we have to do is play Saria's song. That melody! Saria plays that song all the time. Do you know Saria? That song, Saria taught that song only to her friends. Okay, I trust you. When I see you, I don't know why, but I remember him. So, we can come back and talk to Mido later on. We will actually get some interesting little dialogue. No business, scrubs. And that's all that's up here. This. But I'm not complaining about that. It's still pretty handy. What? Is there anything else up here? Legitimately curious. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, there's that whole path just for a gold Skulltula. Huh. Well, we want to go back to the start. And in we go, over here. And we should find a mysterious, depressed-looking guy and show him Kohiro. I had to put it in there once. Kojiro? Why? Normally only a nice guy like me can tame you. Which means you must be a nice guy. Must be. You must be. Please, Mr. Nice Guy. Please! Deliver this stuff to the old hag in the potion shop in Kakariko Village. This will disappear if you take too long, so you gotta hurry! We have an odd mushroom. Alright, let's get going. Take it to the Kakariko potion shop quickly. Skipped a dialogue, but anyway, that bum, he had to go into the forest. I see. Hey, give it to me now. If you see that fool, give this to him. It is the strongest medicine I have ever produced. However, this potion will not work on a monster. So we've got the next item, the odd potion. You don't know what's going on between this lady and that guy, but take it to the Lost Woods. They say that there is no medicine that can cure a fool. I guess that's true. Alrighty. So I did sort of speed through the dialogue just because I wanted to make sure everything was actually able to be done quickly. But we don't have any time limits on this. Now, it's interesting to know that we can bomb our way into the bottom of the well, but we can't actually do anything about that. Because we can't fit in the hole that leads into the well itself. Let's skip ahead a bit. Alright, here we are. Now, I'm not going to do everything in the trading sequence just yet, I think. I'm actually going to wait until I've got the bow because I can do some stuff over in Gerudo Valley. That guy isn't here anymore. Anybody who comes into the forest will be lost. Everybody will become a Stalfos. Everybody, Stalfos. So he's not here anymore. That guy isn't here anymore. So she repeats that dialogue. Only his saw is left. Hee hee. That medicine is made of forest mushrooms. Give it back. Well, alright. You returned the odd potion and got the poacher's sword. The young punk guy must have left this behind. Hahaha. Are you going to be too? Nope. Okay, so I can't summon the Skull Kid. You can get him to appear when you're an adult and he will fight you. Alright, so we can still talk to Saria. Let's actually see what happens for the sake of it. Lunk, this is Saria. Can you hear me? Great! You're safe! I knew I would hear from you again. I'm in the forest temple. The forest spirits were calling for help, so I went to check it out. But it's full of evil monsters. Help me, Lunk. Alright, well, we'd better get going. We will make our way to the Sacred Forest Meadow, and it's probably a good time to wrap things up. So I won't worry about the poacher's saw just yet. We can get all that sorted out later on when I have the bow, because that enables me to actually take on the challenges over at Gerudo's Fortress. I can do the stealth section there if I want to once I have the bow, so I can stun the guards. And it probably is very helpful to actually have that. So probably a good spot to wrap it up. Well, we do have to navigate our way through the Sacred Forest Meadow. Hang on. Oh no, hang on. I need the Scarecrow's song. Now I wonder. Can I use the Scarecrow's song to get... Yes, I can. Okay, so that will actually save me a bit of trouble. Probably a good thing to do to actually go and get the Scarecrow song. Or what do I do? Well, you know what? I think I will head down there. Just to demonstrate. Thank you very much for joining me. Oh no. Ah, no. I think we go through it normally. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2, returning to base. And Navi, We'll be going through some narrow passages. Oh god, that's still moving. I didn't realize that was still moving. I don't think I've ever been more annoyed to be rich in my entire life. We got there's $100 under my house? You must be hardened with fire. You ruined my line.